What's up, fam? It's another episode of No Letting Up. I know you looking around, you see a boxing gym in the back of us. That's because Mr. Earnest Butts been doing boxing all of his life. Matter of fact, I'm going to just let him tell you who he is.
What's going on, people? I'm Earnest Butts Jr., CEO, President of E-Butts Junior Boxing Promotion. Been involved in this now for over 50 years. That's right, 50 years I've been involved in it. Been promoting since 2014. Been training since 2005. Kids, youth, the whole 9 yards.
Why did you get into boxing? You said 50 plus. That's a long time to be doing something. So I know you love it.
Oh, yeah.
What made you get into it, though?
My father. Yeah, my dad was, he introduced the sport to not only me, but the whole community.
Gotcha.
You know, and when I was coming up on 5th Street in South Macon, we had a boxing ring in our front yard. So that's how I was introduced to the sport.
What about the sport has stuck out to you that made you stick in this for 50 plus years?
Kids involvement. You know, I catch a lot of guys come in here older, want to take up the sport. You'll work with them, but you rather teach them young.
Right.
You know, so the biggest part of me is getting the kid and just bringing them up through it.
Talk about some of your successes in boxing, Mr. Butts.
Okay, I'm going to start as early as 11 in my first bout.
Okay.
In the farmer's market in Atlanta. Evander Holyfield, he was on the card, Jakey Winters.
Okay.
You know, we always, them big time fighters.
Right.
And I went on a year and a half later, won a junior Olympics, you know what I mean? That was held in Atlanta. That was my biggest achievement. And when I turned 17, I joined the U.S. Army.
Okay.
Made the All-Army boxing team. You know, got a chance to spar with Parnell Whitaker, Mark Breland. Those are some of the big names, man, that I had a chance to just compete against. And when I look back on it, I know I should be doing this.
But what made you realize it was your purpose?
God really made it. Every time I try to get away from it, it was service. Like one instant when I first joined the military in basic training, they called me out of formation and made me report to the ollie room. I went to the ollie room, they told me they was cutting order for me to try for the boxing team. So everywhere I went, it came toward me.
You could never get away from it.
Could never get away from it. But my only question was to ask God, how could I survive? You know, boxing is a grassroots community sport. No money.
Right.
But God made a way, you know, where I was able to, you know, we forget our blessing, man. But you know, God will create something where He'll keep you balanced. You know, keep you honest. And that's why once I find out that I can make a living from it, that's when I knew I could work with it.
How hard was it to get the money part of it, to support the kids?
Extremely hard. I seen boxing break up families with promoters and managers who love the sport, but they had those dark times, man. And that's when you gotta have a relationship with God. You gotta have a financial source. And believe it or not, it was God. A lot of things came up. I mean, you look around, you've been to most of my gyms.
Right.
Each one is get bigger and bigger. That's how my blessing was. You know, I can sit here and tell you how to get money doing stuff, but the best form of finance, man, is trusting in God, bro. That's the only way I can put it.
How you know that?
Because of the blessing, man, he stored upon me that man can't do. You know, that's just like, sometimes we feel like doors closed, that's the bad thing. Sometimes God closed doors because that chapter's over with.
And He's setting you up for something bigger.
He's setting you up for something bigger.
Right.
And then them doors, behind them doors, them people can't go with you.
Right.
So, I know it's God, man, because I pray and he makes it happen.
Is this a way to keep your dad legacy alive?
Pretty much so. It's more about the legacy coming, the people's coming behind me. When you think of boxing, Carlos, throughout Middle Georgia, you think of Earnest Butts.
I know I do. And I ain't just saying that.
I mean, I'm
I've
just
been knowing you for a while, but that's who I think of.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like, I haven't won a national championship. I didn't, went there, but it's not about the small things. This program is supported. It got to be supported by community. You go in front of a bank and say, look here, I run a boxing gym. I need so many amount of, they're going to look at you like you're crazy. They want you to show them how you could, how you could keep it going, how you could pay that loan. Okay? But a great community program, man, it takes unity. It takes us coming together and working for the kids, but you got to see the owner of that. You got to see who keeping that up. That's who you got to reward. We can't be afraid to award the one who building it up because God behind it. As long as you keep it that route, you ain't going to fail, man.
You talked about just a few minutes ago that you done seen boxing break up families.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Talk about that a little more.
Well, basically because you got promoters now, Carlos, managers. When they look for athletes, if they got a family, and that's a red flag because that's a distraction. Yeah. If I invest $100,000 in you, okay, that's your wife. Okay, when that divorce happened and she go, as a manager, I become liable. Who wants that? I'm just saying that's why some guys chose that other life instead of family.
When you say other life, you talking about street life.
Yeah.
Okay.
Street life. And believe it or not, and I don't want to put a tarnishment on boxing, but most programs are built up in the community, Carlos. Who's in the community? Hustlers.
Right.
Gangsters. You know what I mean? You got real gangsters, man. They're trying to get out the street. Real gangsters now.
Facts.
Not the gangster who want to be want to be seen. No, these guys, they are put back sometime. Those are what you call God soldiers, man. You know what I mean? Sooner or later, they're going to see the light, but that's the only way we're going to come together, man. We got unity, man. We got to have that. Teach these kids about another thing, gratitude.
And we were just having a conversation about that before we started this. I don't feel like there's a whole lot of gratitude from the generation now.
Nah, it's not, man. They
it's
don't.
Just me.
Me. And it starts at home.
Right.
I get parents bring their kid in here, and the kids are bullying their parents.
I'm gonna tell you something before you go on. And I don't understand this to this day. So, I mentor.
Right.
I had one of my mentees' mom call me and say, I'm scared of him. I don't know what he gonna do to me. In my head, I couldn't say it to her, but I'm thinking, you scared of him? What? Somebody in your house, you paying all the bills and you scared of him or what you believe he might do to you? That's a bad place to be.
I seen it. I seen parents bring their kid here terrified. Ask me, live and behold, I don't abuse kids. This is boxing, man. It takes a real type athlete to get in that ring. So when a parent bring their kid in here to me, most of them bring them out of being bullied. But when they bring that bully in here, that's the one we want. Because you got to, that bully got access to a lot of kids, brother, who look up to him.
Man, I didn't even think of it that way. That's true.
That's true. So you got to get that bully, man, and and kind of find the good in him. Kind of find, when once you find that good in him, make him understand that you got to teach, bro. You got to, you got a lot of people behind you, okay? But you know what? The most of them are fake. The leader is not him, it's somebody else.
Correct.
I mean,
I know where you're going. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So every now and then you get one. And those are the ones that stay around me. I've been over here now about 4 years. I probably went through over 800 kids. That's no lie. That's a revolving door. I got probably about 8 consistent that been with me, and they are scholars. They well protected in school. Everybody look up to them. That because they understand the process.
Why you think it's a revolving door, though? And I know that could be a many reasons.
Well, because it's a challenge, man. It's okay. You tough. Okay, now you got to prove that every day in here, in a more of a, in a more good fashion. You ain't got to go jump on the guy and beat the guy up or bust him in the head to get approval from the community. But you come in here and you get it, people like, oh yeah, man, Carlos can box, man. That's one of the most biggest praise you can get. You got that protection. Instead out on the street, you got a pistol. You know what I mean?
Right.
But guess what? He got a pistol too. He got one that's just both of you guys, okay? But in this ring, only thing you got is knowledge in your hand, what God gifted to you. And you win. You keep winning. And you got to teach them, man. That's what it's about. It's about winning in a true manner, not out here on the street, because you can't win out there.
Yeah. Since I've been alive, I only know of 2 ways you can win in the streets: jail or dead.
I mean, I can't put it no other way.
Right.
Carlos, I was put in the Department of Correction, man, as an officer. It was part of my journey. Did they pay a lot of money? No, they paid crap. But that was God put me to do at that time. I went from a correction officer to a probation officer. I saw so much stuff, man. I went in the prison system and saw, men's just treated like it just very, very insane, man. People, you don't want to go to prison. That's what I instill in these kids. That's like death, bro. That's like death. And if we can teach our kids, teach these gangsters, man, about the harsh part of being locked up, taking freedom, man, I think that'll be a big solution, bro.
Do you think I ain't gonna say still, do you think they are scared of the police, though? Because I feel like they are, but it's also a part of me that feel like, man, I do what I do and I'm straight.
Who is the police? That's the next question. You know what I mean? You see that guy in a uniform, but is he a police? That's the key issue, man. You got a lot of people wearing uniform, but that's all they doing.
No, ain't no police.
Ain't no police.
How do you define what a police is?
One who do stuff when nobody's watching. A police who, he might know this guy, keep coming over here stealing, you know what I mean? But what he got to do is talk to that kid out of uniform, okay?
That's building relationship.
That building a relationship.
Right.
Okay, that is a true policeman. Love what he do. To me, a policeman ain't one who run up on somebody and shoot them, cuff them and throw them to the ground. Okay, you say it's your job, but your job is to calm the peace. You know what I mean?
Right.
Make peace.
Serve and protect.
That's who don't get me wrong, nothing against police.
Right.
They do what they do, but
that.
these guys out here now are, police is their enemy, bro.
That's all I hear. That's all I hear from the guys I mentor, man. I don't mess with 12, man. 12 ain't it.
Man, I can have a police in here training, and a kid come in here, they're not coming back. Yeah, it's oh man.
It's that deep.
They can be in here and they'll even be separated. That's just how. But we try to bring that together, man.
Okay.
You know, that's just like a uniform, man. They respect the uniform, no matter what. But it's the man behind that uniform. It's the woman behind that
Right.
uniform.
Your integrity, your character.
And you gotta be done went through something, man. A police is I was a probation officer, man. And to me, that job showed me the whole aspect of the community. I was able to go into houses, talk to different kids on probation, teaching them, don't be afraid of me, man. I'm trying to keep you from going back to prison.
Right.
You know, and to me, that was part of God showing me you're going to have to do this throughout your life. Learn, kid. And see, it's levels to how you work with kids, man.
Oh, for sure.
You come to a kid in poverty, man, versus a kid living good. You can't talk to him the same way.
It's two different.
Two different ways. But see, that's what's wrong with us now, man. We try to bring a kid in and teach them the same thing. You can't do that. That's just like boxing, man. Some kids are more aggressive.
Right.
Some kids don't want to get hit.
Right.
But you want to make them effective.
Correct. How do you make them effective in here?
Basically, to believe in themselves.
Okay.
You know, first off, they come in here to box, okay, and I ask them why. That's my first thing. And then I follow up on what they tell me. Like most of them say to defend myself. Okay, so I teach them that step by step. Okay, now you know how to defend yourself. So now let's put somebody in front of you. That's when it changes.
That's the real test.
Yeah, it's right here. And 85% of the time, they fail from the beginning. 85% of the time, a kid get in that ring, the one who has the biggest confidence gonna win. I don't care how athletic it is. Because this ain't about shooting a basketball.
Right.
I'm making a layup. It's about that strong mindset. We don't have some of the smallest kids beat some of not beat them, but, outpunt them, the biggest kid. You know why? They smart, they listen. A kid come through that door, you can tell if he's going to be a boxer or not. Put him on the bag and his whole mindset. He could be straggly, skinny, but he been through something. He been through something, and this is his outlet. This is his way to show other people I am something. I just do it with what God gave me. You 200 pounds, I can't beat you on the street, but get in the ring. And see, that give a kid a whole lot of respect, man. Yeah, I'm 140 pounds, but I'm a 140 pound champion. You know what I mean? You come to 140 and see what we can do. You come to 160, that's that thing, man, that give a kid respect, man.
Do every kid that come through that door have a story?
90% of them, I put it like that.
Okay.
The other percentage are athletes who wanted the training.
Okay.
But it's great you asked that, man, because this is what this about. It's a life lesson. It's a story. Most kids are brought in here by grandparents. Probably about 75% of them are brought in here by grandparents. 10, the way I say, about 10%.
Okay.
Mothers. Other 15% is dad, which I hardly ever get
Any fathers.
any brothers or anything bring a kid in. And that's sad.
Scary.
But I'm gonna tell you this: the one who bring him here, guess what they want to do? They want to coach him.
That's your job, though.
Understand what I mean? Look where I'm going with this. See, everybody in the community want to box, man. But I do it the right way. And that's what everybody know about me. Oh, you go to junior, man, he's gonna take you through the ranks. He's gonna take you, okay, and see, that's what I tell a kid, okay, you wanna box. Okay, where you wanna go with it?
What's the goal?
What's the goal? Okay,
Right.
you only defend yourself. Okay, now we got there. Okay, now it's tournaments coming up. Maybe you can defend yourself and get in the paper. Get in the paper other than being shot at. Get in the paper for saying you won a state Golden Glove championship. See how much respect you get. And see, that's what I do. And it's amazing. My kid, I got a 15-year-old here now, came in here, was nothing. Pushed around and he got tired of it. And now he's one of the toughest little kids around here. I had seven bouts. He's 5-2. I mean, get into it with older kids and put it on them. And he's my example in here. I get a kid come in here, I said, look at my kid Salvador. He's skinny, coach. I said, okay, you want to? Yeah, I spar with him. He's small. Don't last one round with it because of that thought pattern, because of what I don't taught them. So when they see that, they're like, man, I got to learn that, man. I mean, he taught that little man something, and I'm bigger than him, and I can't. See, in here we show results.
How important, because I know you talked about the mindset a lot. How important is the mindset in boxing, and what is the mindset you need to have in boxing?
Mindset is extremely important. It's more mental than physical. Your mindset, okay, just think. You walking down an alley, a dog jump at you, eventually your heart rate gonna speed up.
Right.
In that ring, you're gonna get hit hard. But you got to be able to absorb that and understand that you got to counter that. That takes training, man. That takes training, and it takes a real good mindset. It takes a real good mindset, to be able to do that. So I have to teach them that. I have to teach them about think before you throw a shot. You know what I mean? And once they learn that, you build up. And in the ring, they called it ring savage. A lot of them don't have that. IQ.
Okay. Yeah.
IQ in the ring.
Right.
You got some boxer who's strong, but he ain't got no IQ. IQ is
So you just a waste.
you just strong, but you got to build on that.
Okay.
You got to build. You might have a kid, man, can run 10 miles. This kid can't run but a mile. But his IQ is way better than that. So he know how to get around that. He know how to hit without getting hit. Oh, this man knows it's coming straight at you. Like Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson had brute strength. But Cus taught him an IQ. And the IQ was to utilize your strength to get inside and work. That's their mindset.
Who was your favorite boxer?
I got a lot of them, man. Okay. But overall, I would say
one.
Ali, Muhammad Ali. Yeah,
Wow.
he was because of his movement, his ability to be cat quick at 200 pounds. He had speed of a middleweight. To me, that's special, man.
So you've been working with the youth for a long time. How important is it to, when they get in here, to change their mindset from the streets? Not to say everyone that comes in here has a mindset for the streets, but those ones that do, how do you change that mindset?
Well, you gotta make them set a goal. You gotta keep them working towards something. You just can't bring them in here and forget them. Bring them in here and put them on the bag. You gotta let them know their present matter. You gotta stay on them, and you gotta let them know that you're watching everything they do. You're gonna have some kids better than others.
Right.
So you have to explain that to kids, especially in this kind of setting.
Right.
You have to explain it to them that some people, some athletes, some kids gonna be better. So we're gonna work with more. We're gonna work with them getting better. Now, what you can't do is fall behind. Because if you fall behind, you're gonna be in this category. So they're gonna work hard to stay. You know what I mean? And I don't judge a kid by their learning ability because some of them learn faster than others.
Right.
But you got to keep rewarding them, man. Every time they come to that door, you got to say, man, you lost yesterday, but you did real good, so here comes you a pair of gloves. You know, them just yours.
Okay.
You got to keep rewarding them, man.
Right.
And then when let's say they do something out in the street, you, man, give me no gloves. I heard you out here, out here shooting.
What's up with that?
Yeah, what's up with that? You come in here one way, and what they'll do, man, they'll try to balance that. Sometimes you win, sometimes you don't. Like I say, that's a revolving door, man.
You talked about you see a lot of grandparents, a lot of mothers bringing these young guys in. What is it like, though, to not see fathers bringing these kids in?
Well, you know, Carlos, I get so used to it, man. It used to, you know, I used to have this program where I try to unite fathers and sons, you know, and the conversation you have with them once you tell them about the program, you know whether or not they're going to come or not. You can tell by, you know, like for instance, I called this guy about his son. His son had been with me about 3 months, getting ready to have a match. And I called him and say, look, man, I got your kid over here, man. Oh yeah, I know, man. I just, you know, ain't been able to get over there. I said, okay, well, he fighting on this date. He hadn't seen his kid, but he showed up with a camera crew. You know what I mean? He showed up with his camera crew. Do that make sense? So his son wasn't really, it changed his whole energy level. He had a bad fight. He you know, because it was too much distraction, man.
All he wanted, his son wanted at least, was that support.
All his son wants is to just be what he was taught to be. You know what I mean?
Right.
And what we had taught him, but his dad showed up, he hadn't seen him.
And that changed his whole mindset during the match.
Change the whole mindset. And that's why I tell him, man, beforehand, hey, look, I got your son here, man. You know, you want to come check him out? He's trying to work on being something. And that whole conversation, Carlos, really let me know how he feel about his kid. And then most of the time, it's negative. It's negative feedback. I don't force it on him.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I think that's very important, especially a male kid, man. It's very important, man, that his dad is in his life.
Talking to my mentees, and I can say honestly, all their fathers are in their life, but in talking to them and having those conversations about how important a father figure is, if the dad went there, I don't know how they would be able to stay on the right road. Because you got mothers, and no discredit to mothers, because they can only do they can do the best they can.
Right.
But there are just some things that a father is going to have to instill in that son.
Oh, yeah.
I don't care how you look at it. And like I said, that's not discrediting any woman out there. But for me personally, I have seen with young guys just how impactful it is when you don't have that father figure. Take some of the stories I've done with some of the young guys. They have told me things outside of the camera. Like, brother, you gave me an outlet to talk. You gave me an outlet to explain myself. And a lot of times when I'm seeing them guys in the community, they just walking up and hugging me. And I realize in that moment, they just need to know somebody care. Yep. First off, somebody love them, somebody care. And I know they like, well, you a journalist. You just talk to these kids for a matter of a couple of minutes to an hour. But I treat that moment like it's a lifetime. Mm-hmm. Because I recognize that while I'm with them for a minute, that story gonna last a lifetime.
That's right.
So that's why I say all that to say it's very important that you have these fathers in these kids' life.
That's right.
And it ain't just I ain't just saying young men in the daughters too.
Oh yeah.
They need them just as much.
Oh,
so they can know how a man should properly treat them. But I feel like we have now kind of gotten away from that.
Yeah. Every now and then you brought that up. Every now and then you catch a father and daughter. Now that's a strong relationship, man. When they bring him into an environment like this, that's a strong bond right there, man. And you know, I have that, and that to me, you know, just in my career, that every girl-father relationship I had went real good, man.
Because of that father and daughter.
Because that father and daughter, because
Love to
most
see
fathers
it.
when they bring an adult in here, they're like, hey man, my hands are down. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that just
Yeah, they
and that's what I know because most of them, the patient is,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to tell them, hey, leave her, man.
Right.
Bring her here and leave her. But once they get it and he see, you know, most of them are guys who wanted little boys.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What is it like to have a girl, a young woman coming in here boxing?
Well,
I know that's a little different, right?
it's I don't let them see that.
Okay.
But it's a different. It's
Okay.
you know, I make them respect her. I make them, you know, I tell each parent that, you know, don't worry about your daughter being harassed, because most of them want to stay,
Right.
but they make them nervous.
Okay.
Most of the girls you get who really want to box are those who are on the masculine side,
Okay.
who don't mind a little rough and tough.
Okay.
You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Okay.
Every now and again you'll get a pretty girl
girl,
who
yeah.
they don't last. They come in with sculpture nails and eyelashes, and they want to box, but they want to really get self-defense. They don't last, but so
Can't be a Barbie doll in the ring.
can't be a Barbie doll in the ring. I mean, like you know, it's Layla Ali, beautiful, but her dad a world champion.
Right.
She possessed those skills. You know what I mean? So, answer your question, man. I would love to see girls come in here, man, because it helps it helps people to see that they're welcome.
And we'll have some information at the end of this pod so y'all can get Mr. Butt's information and bring him right on over here.
That's right.
But you were able to train your own sons. Obviously, I went to school with both of them.
Yes, sir.
Rod and Trey.
Yes, sir.
Matter of fact, they used to use it in school.
Yeah.
Rod hit me a couple times.
Oh yeah. Oh
But
yeah.
no, Rod, don't try it now. Don't try it now. It's a different story. It's all love, bro. But what was it like to train your sons, man, and instill that in them?
And it's believe it or not, man, it's kind of easy because I know their capability, but it's tough. Yeah, it's you know, you get to a point where you're watching your kid take shots, and you know when he's not giving you all, and the difference is at the end of the day, that kid go home, but that kid come home with you.
Right, right.
So we got to talk and discuss. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's most people expect your kid to be better than others because that's your son.
Right.
That ain't always the case.
Mm.
Ain't always the case. But the most thing is that knowledge.
Right.
That's what I instill in my kids. I know each one of them know boxing.
Mm.
If they don't know anything else,
They know boxing.
they know boxing.
I can attest to that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
What is it like though as a father, man, to watch them now be the young man they are?
Man, it's a great feeling. It's a great feeling because, you know, they will instill unity. They know about coming together.
Bond.
Yeah, they know about family bond and one thing I can say about my kids, man, I trust them. You know, I ain't saying they perfect.
Right. None of
But-
us are. I don't know a person who he is.
Right, but my boys, man, they're athletes. And I taught them. I worked with them. And if I put them with someone else and I hear a bad story about them, I'm going to go to the guy who's giving the story so I can get, you know what I
Well,
mean?
yeah.
Because that's what we don't do a lot of time, man. We call ourselves coaches, Carlos. You know, we call ourselves mentoring, but okay, why? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Show me some results where
From
you
your
know,
mentor.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, I'm getting at that is because sometimes we can be wrong, man.
Oh, very true. I tell my mentees all the time, I don't know it all. And what I'm telling you, I had to learn from somewhere.
Right, right. And see, with my boys, once you hit that man stage, you got to become one. You know, I can't keep raising you. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's how that's what I instill because that's the way I was raised. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, you know, my oldest was raised by my mother. You know, I got him when he was 3 years old. And the reason being, I wasn't ready for that.
Mm.
You know, but because I was still developing, I was still growing. I know how to be a father, but I didn't possess the resources at that time.
To be a
But I know my mama could do it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
But you were still in their life,
I was
though.
still, of course,
Right,
of
right,
course.
right, right.
I was there every day, really. But when it comes to that motherhood, they don't make them no more like my mother, man. They don't make them no,
No, they
man, you
don't.
know, and that's what I was still, you know, but my boys, man, I teach them about gratitude, man. Gotta be thankful, man, of what the smallest thing, man, somebody give to you. Show appreciation. You know, when you forget that, when you know, we forget we wake up in the morning, man.
So quick to forget.
We forget, hey, our heart didn't stop beating.
Right. And not on our own strength either.
Right, that's a major blessing,
Right,
man.
right.
And I teach my boys, man, get you a church. You know, pray. You know, get a relationship with God because you can't win without him, brother.
That's one thing I've heard you say throughout this whole podcast is God. I gotta know, and I know your foundation is built off of God. Why is God so important to you?
Well, man, I don't been through a whole lot, man. You know, a lot of people, you know, they say that, but they don't really. I don't been through a whole lot. And the only person that helped me to get out of it was God. Not that, I mean, when God show you that he got your back, you have a tendency of living this way. You got to live that way. You know, you got to, I ain't saying I'm perfect.
Right.
I fall short every day.
Me too.
But, you know, I know God got me, man. God had closed some doors that I didn't need to be there.
Did you think you needed to be there at the time?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But as it progressed, I realized that was God's work. You know, and if I would have stayed behind them doors, I wouldn't been where I am today.
That's true. And I feel like that's a lot of us. We try to go into doors that God don't have designed for us. And it ain't gonna work.
It ain't gonna work, man. To me, God is just the utmost. He's the utmost to me, man.
Gotcha.
He when I lost my wife, almost a little over 2 years ago, that was one of the toughest thing I ever went through, man. You hear me? I was in a dark place, man, and I didn't know how I was gonna come out of it.
And
I just, this place was my outlet.
just coming here.
Coming here, man, I came here sometime and sat in that ring, man, and prayed, you know, because I didn't have nowhere else to go. But God showed me, he just showed me some different things that I know it was him.
And if you don't mind me asking, having lost your wife, I think you said about 2 years ago.
Right.
What was that like?
Man, it's like you're in an empty room, man. You know, and you're looking for somebody in that empty room just to understand what you're going through. You want somebody to feel what you're feeling.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know, we was together for 18 years. I got a 16-year-old son by her. You know, and I feel like, to me, you know, we all got gifts, man, in life that God gonna give to you. But when he come and take them, most time a gift get taken, you think it's a bad thing. But when God come and get a gift, and that gift still support you, that gift still's around you, that gift still do things, you know, man, that was probably your biggest gift. That's what something, you know, That's just like moving on in life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't share that with anybody. I don't, you know what I mean? Because that part of me left, it took a big chunk. It took a big chunk because when a person help you, you know, you never feel like you really helped them like you should have. It's tough. Not saying I did, but I feel like, man, my wife bent over for a lot of people. She helped a lot of people. She bent over backward to help people. She was educated for 27 years.
For Bibb County?
Bibb County.
Bibb County, okay.
You know, and a lot of people know her. But at the end of the day, you know, that's why I do shows in October, you know, cancer awareness show. To not only let people know that, oh, he's still, that's between me and God. You know what I mean? Carlo, I don't share a lot of stuff because people don't understand the blessing of God, man. They don't understand. People say, man, he hallucinated. But God has showed me some stuff. God has showed my son. Me and my son talk.
Which
And
one?
my youngest
Oh,
son.
youngest, gotcha.
Yeah, I have one by my wife.
Oh, okay.
Joshua.
Okay.
But death is serious, bro. Death, to me, you losing a mate. You know, I lost my mother, you know, my cousin, but losing a soul, I mean, your soulmate, but that could, me being here today is a blessing.
And if you don't want to talk about this next question, just let me know. But how dark did it get for you?
Man, I got to a point, man, where this boxing wasn't it. Just, I mean, I couldn't focus. You know, I didn't care what people thought, you know what I mean? But it got to a point, man, where I knew I could take care of my son, but I was asking God how to. You know what I mean? Because I'm all he got, and he tell people that. So I got to walk that walk, man. And that's a tough walk. A single parent is something else, man. These kids nowadays are different. But the place I was in, man, it's I can say it get better, but you have some real windy days where you don't want to be around people. Where you don't being at home, man, it's the most peaceful thing it is. I had problem finding peace, man. But once I found that peace, everything was there. I mean, people think you got money, you good. That don't mean nothing, man. You can have everything in the world, but if you ain't got that person to share it with, to just see it with, it don't mean nothing. You know, not saying my life don't go. I mean, God got something in store for me. He keep it.
Right.
God open up gift for me all the time, man.
Absolutely.
But what he's doing, I see it. I respect it. I cherish it. I praise him. You might see posts where I post about God. It has nothing to do about getting comments or likes. It's me, man, showing my praise to God. It's me. I was told to, and I'm not afraid to say I went through counseling.
Oh, you shouldn't be. All of us need to do that.
Hey, man.
Everybody need to do that. If you need it, go get it. I do it. Have done it.
Mental health is very underrated, dude. My mental health capacity, dude, was, bro, I was snapping at everybody, man. I was, you know, I wasn't that same person. I asked God, I questioned God. Why, I mean? And he just showed me. He showed me, man, I had stuff happen to me, man. I know why God showed me these things. I know why God put me in this situation. And all you can do is smile about it. You can't share it with a lot of people because they don't understand it, man. You got to have that relationship with God to understand what he's doing for you. You know what I mean? Everybody got a purpose in life. And sometimes God will close a chapter.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it's for the best.
And it ain't the best feeling.
No, it's our blessing is not what you call good. You have to learn to absorb it in a way that's gonna affect you, man.
Now, because I know everybody want to know, you went through what you went through, but how did you bounce back? And I know you said God.
Right. Well, I just started just being the best Earnest Butts I can be, man. You know, a lot of the stuff my wife used to be at me about, tell me what I need to do. I start doing it. You know, things start happening. God started bringing people in my path that mean something. Was giving me something for nothing in return. You know, doors start opening that I never thought I could be. You know what I mean? Financial got better. Put my son in a better position. And then I started accepting the fact that God is blessing you, man. So you got to use that.
Right.
You know, like I said, I fall short every day, Carlo, but still, I pray every day. Before I go to bed, when I get up, I listen to chapters, and I find that to be relieving, man. Cause man, when you feel like what's your purpose on this earth, that's a scary feeling. But you got to realize, okay, you got something still here.
Right. Right. Right.
Okay, somebody got to raise him. You know what I mean? I ain't looking for no siblings or in-laws to raise I brought him here.
Right.
But get this, that's what years ago, man, I had 3 boys. I asked God to let me raise one of my sons in my household until he's off to school. I didn't know it was gonna be like this. You feel me? I didn't know my youngest child was gonna be the one who I was gonna be raising alone. But I asked for this.
But you didn't realize it at that moment.
I didn't realize at that moment. But when it dawned on me, I tried to.
Yeah. Yeah.
But God said, no, it's in front of you. He bring it right back. And he made me do good things, man, for my son. And that's what I tell people today. Helping your kids is a blessing, man. You put them here.
I'm going to wrap up the pod with this. Who do you want to leave a legacy to?
Woo, man. I have to put it in order, man. Lil Earnest, Rod, Trey, Joshua, and Brandon.
All of them.
All of them.
All of them.
That's
And,
who I
he
wanna
got
leave.
more life. Now, I'm not asking that. He got more life now. I'm just asking. Like, he got more life. Let's bring that back.
Right,
Got
right.
plenty of life left. But what would you want them to carry on as far as a legacy?
Well, family unity, man. I want them to be able to bring a group together, man. You know, just mentoring youth in an educational manner and something that, you know, boxing, man, it's a tough sport, bro.
It is. You know, I'd have been in that ring with you.
Yeah,
Had me about to fall over.
It's not for everybody. I mean, but I would want them to just go on and teach other kids, man. You know, Joshua the baby, and Joshua great athlete. You know, so now he got the torch. You know, he's in a great school, man, and he looks after his, but he really look up to his brother.
Gotcha.
And that's what I want to teach within my family, man. Love your brothers and sisters, man. I mean, that's all you got.
Right.
That's all you got. So that's what I want them to do, man. I want them to, and they do. They help people. They help people, but sometimes, man, your loyalty is what's crazy. But sometimes hunts you, man. your loyalty, man. And that's what my boys got.
Loyalty.
Loyalty, man. They got loyalty, but sometimes people take advantage of that.
I know firsthand. Firsthand. As we wrap it up, tell people where they can come see you at.
Ebus Junior Boxing Academy, 3555 Mercer University Drive, Suite 105-2. Or you can go to my link, ebusjunior.com. Hit that link and just look at everything and give me a call. Even if you're not interested, give me a call and maybe you become a part of this. I mean, that's what we got to do. As a community, we got to come together. That's what Ebus Junior Boxing Academy is all about. It's boxing, but it's a life skill.
And I'm going to tell you now, if you ain't trying to work, don't come in here. I done been in here. don't waste your time.
He stuck it out now.
Because you
But I
going to be
tell you,
sweating.
he dragged in here.
So,
But he know firsthand. He ain't here just, he know my whole life story, man. Carlos he's one of the best journalists, reporters. That's why he's here. He ain't here just because he showed up. He know what it's like to get in that ring.
oh, I do. I do. All right, so y'all heard how to get in touch. I appreciate the love. Appreciate the love.
Yes, sir.
So y'all know how to get in touch. Come on down here. You want to box. You know, help keep the kids busy, out of the streets. Even if they ain't in the street, if they just at home in the room, get them out, bring them here, let them do a little boxing, and I promise you, you won't regret it.
That's right.
Like, share, and subscribe. We'll catch you on the next EP.